Released the finding of its investigation into the superintendent, but not everyone was on the same page. Thanks for joining us tonight on WBTV News at 11. I'm John Carter.
And I'm Siobhan Bryan. A lot to get to tonight. Some board members say they're concerned about what information gets released and how. WBTV's
Dedrick Russell was at tonight's school board meeting. He's joining us now live from the Government Center in Uptown Charlotte, where the meeting was held. So, Dedrick, it appears not everyone saw eye to eye with the decision.
Yeah, that's right, John. In fact, 3 abstained while the rest called tonight's vote a proud moment for the board. Board member Dr. Charlita Hatch made the motion to release parts of the investigation.
Confidentiality does not have to mean silence.
Parts released will center on the process, results, lessons learned, and recommended policy changes, but nothing confidential.
I think the majority of the board moved forward comfortable with knowing that within the confines of the law, that being as transparent as possible will help us to continue to move the district forward.
As much discussion took place, the subject of the investigation, Dr. Crystal Hill, sat emotionless. In the end, board members Lenore Shipp, board chair Stephanie Sneed, and Dr. Monty Witherspoon abstained. Witherspoon says he needed more information and thought this vote was a show.
This is a performative action for me. I'm not speaking about saying how anybody else should feel about it. I'm talking about for myself personally.
That doesn't feel performative to me. I think it would be performative, in my opinion, if we weren't actually releasing anything.
Chair Sneed's reason for abstaining?
As my role that as chair, that I should pretty much act neutral in that.
Still no word how much this investigation will cost the taxpayers. That will come out. What we do know is Hill got a glimpse of the results.
Dr. Hill has been communicating with the board about the steps that we will be going through next.
As the investigation will be shared with the public, the board still feels Dr. Hill is the right person for the job.
I have complete confidence that she'll be able to lead.
So what's next? We are told that the school board's attorney will come up with the report, and then the timeline for releasing that report to the public is by the end of September. And by the way, I did see Dr. Hill as she left the meeting tonight. I did ask her how she was feeling. She told me fine. Live at the Government Center, Dedrick Russell, WBTV, on your side.